Hello. So I thought I'd give my insight into what people what people should expect from Meps from a female. I'm going to be 25 in June, and maybe me being black, me being female, me being 25 almost, me being in North Carolina. If you want to be at the Raleigh Meps, whatever, I'm going to share my experience. So just a quick little detail here. It took me almost 2 years to lose the weight to be able to even go to Meps. So I kind of was going in a little discouraged, and I was hoping for the best, but if I didn't get past, it wouldn't have been a surprise, I guess, because I'm still over the weight limit by about 13 pounds, but my AC, which is 2 inches below my belly button, is 34, which it has to be 35 and a half to be able to go into the Navy. So anyways, I had to work 11 to 8, and my recruiter put me down as a late arrival. So as soon as I got off work, I got off work early, I ran to the recruiter's office to get my packet, and he's like, this is your lifeline, make sure you hold on to it, make sure you have your social, your ID or whatever, and make sure you have closed-toed shoes on. So I was like, I got all of that. Like, I had my bag packed. All you really need, literally, is just clothes to wear the next day and some pajamas or whatever you have on to spend the night. But I guarantee you probably won't get that much sleep. So at the Raleigh Meps, we got put up at the Hilton Hotel, which is probably like a 5-minute drive around the corner from the Meps station. So I get there. Before I get there, actually, another recruiter called me, and he briefed me on everything just to make sure everything was a-okay, and if I had anything from my past or anything. Like, it was like a private conversation. He said he wasn't going to tell anybody, so nothing was wrong. But he talked to me the whole hour that I had to go up there, because I drove myself. I didn't want my recruiter driving me because that is awkward. So I got there, and the girl, I had to get to this place in the Hilton called the Freedom Hall. And when I was getting there was another guy from the Marines signing in, and I overheard him saying that he had his own room because he was the last person or the last guy to check in. So I filled some paperwork out, just like a little questionnaire. There were already people in there playing games and stuff like that, they were watching movies and stuff. And I got there at maybe 8:30ish, and check-in, lights out or whatever, was at 10. So I only had like an hour and a half really to get my food, put my stuff in I put my stuff in the room. I found out that I had my own room, so I was like, yes. So anyways, I just love to babble, I'm sorry y'all. But I got my stuff in my room, and they gave me like a little voucher for to get like a dinner. And I went to the grill that they told me to go to, which is across from the front desk, like around the corner from the front desk. I got in there. Obviously, I sat by myself because everybody that had already went in there had already eaten. Everybody that was at Meps that day had already eaten, or was trying to go into oh my god, my words are not coming out right. I'm sure you get the gist. People who were already trying to check into the hotel had already eaten, so I was by myself. I was like the last person to check in. Plus, everybody was like 18 or 19, which no problem with that, but I'm almost 25, and no. Not at the time. Like, there was no point of hanging out with somebody, whatever. They were all playing games and stuff. So, anyways, they gave me a menu, and they had like a couple of different choices up there. You had like like a burger with fries and like a wrap or whatever. And I chose a salad because, like I said, I've been watching my weight, and I've been on like this diet lately, and I didn't want to just put my system into shock by eating a burger or something crazy like that. So I had a salad, which I was not expecting to be so big. But my recruiter told me not to eat the burger because it had too much protein in it, and too much protein in your pee the next day could get you DQ for the day. So I was like, I'm not risking that. I'm not about to get disqualified over that stupid like that. So let me just go ahead and get this little salad, which is delicious, by the way. And look, if y'all 18 or 19 watching this, y'all better appreciate free food. If you've never been to college, you better appreciate free food. I'll tell you that right now. So I tore it up. I didn't eat all of it because I was getting full and I was rushing back to my room. And I tried to get in bed because I didn't have my phone charger with me. I didn't have nothing but like my phone and, like I said, a pair of clothes to change into the next day. And so I took a shower and then I hopped in bed, but my room was like really hot. So I tried to put the AC on lower, but I was too nervous. Like I was sweating in my sleep. So I probably went to bed like 11, which I tried to go at 10:30. I tried so hard to go at 10:30, but I didn't. I couldn't fall asleep. I could not fall asleep. So I was tossing and turning the whole night, and then 3 o'clock came around, and I'm just like up, because the wake up call was at 4:30, and I was mad because I got up way too early. So I just sat there trying to fall back asleep, and it was a no-go. So I got up, changed my clothes because I already took a shower the night before. I like cleaned myself up a little bit. Oh yeah, also when you go to Meps, don't wear like a thong or nothing, or like a bralette, or just wear a regular bra, no sports bra, just a regular bra, and anything but a thong or lace panties, like something normal, boy shorts, regular hipster panties, anything but that, because it will definitely get on you for that. Anyways, I was way done before the wake up call. By the time the wake up call came, I just sat there like, I don't want to go down there too early, but I went down there, and everybody was already like crowding up in the, because the breakfast was at 5. Everybody was starting to get down there, and everybody was like literally zombies. And I sat down at my own table because I had to fill out like this survey for the hotel. And then once I sat down, I guess more girls started coming in. Like the first 2 girls that I saw, they came and sat down with me. And we were all talking a little bit, but it wasn't like a lot of talking. Nobody, like except for this guy that sat beside me, he was like talking too damn much. So we had breakfast. It was like a buffet style. It was delicious, but I didn't want to eat too much because first of all, it was 5 o'clock in the morning, and secondly, some of that stuff was like really greasy, like sausage, bacon, like all that. So I just had some grits, some home fries, and like some fruit or something, and some water. Like I made sure I drank a lot of water because I did not want to like do bad with the little pee test. So after we all ate, we were chilling for a little bit, and the guy that gave us a survey, apparently he was strict because he was like, everybody get up, go ahead, get information, whatever. And so we're all scrambling to get information, like to leave. He was like, if you're driving your own car, go ahead and get in your car and follow the bus, or if you know where it is, blah, blah, blah. So I go get in my car, and I got kind of turned around because I'm an idiot. But I eventually got to Meps, and I parked like a normal person would park, but then I get out my car, and the guy at the freaking door, he's like, go park at the hotel, here's a parking pass, blah, blah, blah. So I freaking run back to my car, get in the car, and then go to the hotel across the street, and I'm running back like this huge hill to get back to Meps. Like everybody had to do the same thing. Like I did not, nobody didn't tell nobody that beforehand. But once I get back up there, the guys, they separated the girls from the boys, and like the girls was literally like less than 15, like it's probably about 10 of us. And he was going over what you needed, and some people did not bring their social security card. Like it had to be a dude, of course. So we get in there, and it's like they gave us a like a name tag, I think, like after you go through security and all that stuff. We went to our liaisons after we got our name tag, or I think we got our name tag when we went to our liaisons. I don't know. And then our liaison gave us, like, they exchanged. We gave them the packet that our recruiter gave us, and then he gave us another packet, like, I guess for all the tests and stuff that you're going to go through throughout the day. And we had to sit in this little waiting area. And then we went up to the front desk, and every time you finish the station, you go to the front desk, and they'll tell you where to go next. But like after the initial front desk, you go to like this little briefing room, I guess, where you take the breathalyzer, and like you're doing another questionnaire, like one of those long questionnaires about your history, like your medical history and all that stuff. And do not check down nothing that you do not check with your recruiter. I'm gonna let you know that right now. You better stick with your story if you're saying something you ain't supposed to be saying. So, oh crap. My computer fell asleep. Anyways. Yeah, if you stuck to a story, stick to it. Keep sticking to it. Please, I beg of you. And after that, we started going to our different stations, like vision, hearing, all that good stuff. Like, you go to the doctor so they can brief you again, and ask you about your history. Like I said, do not bring up nothing. Pretty much stay quiet and say no to everything. They will try to be your friend. Like, I thought that was a joke. They're so cool. I guess that was how it was in Raleigh, but they were mad cool. All of them were cool. Like, and it's really easy to slip up and say something. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, you just stay quiet the whole time. You could talk to each other at the one I went to. I'm not sure about any other state, but you can talk. Like, you can talk to other people who are trying to go in. And I met, like, all the girls became friends and stuff because there was so few of us. They were all nervous or whatever. And you go through the pee test, like, oh my god, like, during my briefing, I had to pee so bad. Like, it was terrible. And eventually I was like, can I please? I had to use the bathroom. You go in there, and I know people were concerned about the pee test. You just go in there, like, this bathroom. It has, like a window in the bathroom, like a little, I don't know how to call it, like a half window. And there's, like a service member in there, like a military service member. And also a lady who's like a Meps lady that walk around. She's just like a government worker. Like, she's not in the military because she was like kind of big. She was really round, so I know she went in the military. And she was older, but she kind of watched me pee. Like, she waited for it to come out. Like, she was just looking to see if it came out. But obviously, it's really not that awkward. Like, if you gotta pee, you gotta pee, and I don't care about peeing in front of nobody. Like, you can see yourself in the mirror, and it's not like you're seeing your genitals and nothing like that. And if you were as a woman or whatever, like, it's not a big deal. Like, just pee in a freaking cup. Like, it took me, like, maybe a second or two for it, like, to start going out. But trust and believe, you gotta pee, you gotta pee. And she just looks to see if it's coming out first. And then after that, she just turns away and starts talking to, like, the lady in the other room. And so, once you finish peeing, like, you give it to the lady, and she makes sure that your social's up there, your name is, like, she verifies all the information with you, and you had to seal it or something like that, and you're done. You just wash your hands and you're done. Even though they ain't had no soap in there, but whatever. So after that, everybody goes to different stations depending on how full each station is. And I passed all my tests. Like, you get the vision, the hearing, the urine test, you get your blood drawn, which is not a big deal unless the person who draws the blood doesn't know how to draw blood. Like, and then the final thing, which is the big thing, with the duck walk. Practice the duck walk before you go, please. Even though it's not even a big deal, because, like, they will help you out until you get it. Or if you do anything close to a duck walk, they'll let you go. Like, it's not even a big deal. Like, that's not even the biggest DQ. But, like, when you go in there, you're with the other girls, and there's, like, changing rooms, and you change into your bra and panties first, and then everybody gets weighed in front of each other, and everybody gets their height taken in front of each other, and then, depending on your service, she lets you know if, like, you're over or whatever. And so, thankfully, I was good. Because she was like, I hope you're going to the Navy, because my hips are kind of big. But I was good. There were some girls that looked like they were under, some girls like they were over, and a couple girls got disqualified because of that. And anyways, you do the little exercises that they tell you to do. Look it up to see which exercises there are. But one of them had messed my foot up after Meps for like maybe a day or two, and it was worrying me. But it felt like I had freaking twisted my foot. But it's all good now. Just make sure you practice them a little bit, but it's nothing that you really have to, like, do extensively. Like, that is the least of your concerns. Trust and believe. So after you pass all that, you go into the room with the doctor and the chaperone. You go in the room with the doctor and the chaperone, and it's really quick exams. They examine your breasts. They examine to see if you have any hernias. Like, they feel all over you, and they see if you have any scars or whatever, and they measure the scars if you have any scars. And even if you don't know about them, they still do all that. And they check your woo-ha. They definitely look up in there with a flashlight for maybe a couple seconds. Look, get over it. If you never had a pap smear, you're going to have one day. If you ever get pregnant, doctors will be very invasive. So just get over it. It's not a big deal. They'll check your butt. Make sure you don't have any whatever. It's all Gucci after that. And then they give you your thing and tell you to go back to the processing desk. You go to the processing desk, they'll tell you to go to your liaison. And honestly, I was out of the medical stuff by 11 maybe. Like, it did not take that long, and it didn't feel like it took that long. Like, we were moving so fast that it, even though it was like 5 hours, it really didn't feel like it at all. Like, it went by really fast. So once I went to my liaison, he went over some information. Like, I sat there for maybe 5 to 10 minutes before I got called in. He went over this information for my security clearance, and he was making sure everything that I said was correct. And then he told me to go back and wait for the classifier for my job. So I waited another maybe 5 to 10 minutes. I don't know. I don't remember. I was half asleep. Everybody was half asleep. Like, trust and believe that. And then my classifier came out and called me, and we were going over jobs. Some of them didn't work out. Some of them looked like they were leaving in January, and I'm like, I ain't leaving in January. I'm ready to go now. And I got a good score on my ASVAB. Like, I took my ASVAB 2 years ago, so I wasn't about to settle for nothing. I had a whole list of jobs that I was willing to take. Thankfully, I did my research. Do your research before you go to Meps, because you do not want to pick a job that you stuck with for 4 to 6 years just because you're ready to go in. So he was doing my credit check, and I went and got lunch. It was just like Subway, like a sandwich, cookie, some chips, some water. It was good, but like, I wasn't even hungry. He just told me to go get lunch, and I ate and was sat down with a couple other people in the little cafeteria, and then came back, and I literally waited 3 to 4 hours for like the other, because I started falling asleep. They don't care if you fall asleep once you get to your classifier. Like, people out there were knocked out. It's hard to fall asleep because it's like little teeny little chairs, but I was like and then one of them came out, the other one who was not my previous classifier, he came out. He was like, Neil. I was like, oh. He was like, oh. But the Navy people, they seem to be more chill and casual and relaxed than like the other branches. It seemed like. So I went in there, and 2 of the jobs that I wanted, actually 3 of them, 2 of them were leaving in January. The other one was not hiring anymore. Cryptology, they weren't hiring anymore, and that one was leaving in October if they were hiring. And he told me that intelligence, I would have to wait another day to hear back from them, and I was not, like, I had to work the next day, and I was not trying to wait for that. It wasn't something that I was like thirsty for. Like, I didn't care if I didn't get it. And so he gave me an option for a new job, which was like perfect, because if this wasn't gonna work out, I was planning on going back to school for computer science, and the job that I got is sort of like, I guess, like, it's not IT, which I was hoping for too, but it's advanced electronics / computer field, and you pick a right between FC or electronics technician, which is ET. So we don't pick, but you'll find out after you finish A school, depending on how well you did, according to some people I talked to. So that's what I picked, and I'm waiting to hear back about my security clearance. Obviously, that takes a while. I don't know if I'm even waiting for that. But after that, he was rushing to get all my stuff signed and all that, because I had to go to a couple different more stations to get all my stuff signed and make sure I was telling the truth. And they kept asking me over and over again, if you're lying, blah, 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 this is the fine, this is how much time you would spend in jail. They said that like 1,000 times. I'm like, I get it. Yes, I'm not lying. Like, I'm a good person. So after that, they're like, are y'all ready to swear in? Funny story. I called my mom to come up, but you cannot have your phone. My phone was in my car. And I called my mom from my recruiter's phone, but she didn't answer. Well, she did answer, but he left after I called her, and she never got the address, so she came like an hour for no reason. It's not even a funny story, but I feel bad. Like, I couldn't give her the address because I didn't have time. So I swore in by myself, and this other person in Navy was taking pictures, and she sent pictures to my recruiter, and he sent some pictures of me swearing into my phone. And when you get to that part, like, some people are saying that's the best day of your life, like, it's awesome, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm not even going to lie. Like, it was cool. It was great. Like, it gave me a little bit of chills, but I was very, very tired, and it didn't hit me until the next day. Like, now I'm hyped. Like, yes, go baby. But before, I was just like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, bad. But all in all, that day was very tiring. but it wasn't as bad as people were saying it was. It really wasn't bad at all, actually. Maybe it was because of the specific time I went, because the doctors are cool. The personnel out there was cool. Everybody was mad chill out there. Like, no one was super strict, yelling at you, this, that, and the other. Like, if you did what you were told, some of them had, like, you know, smart ass comments or whatever, but it wasn't like anything that hurt my feelings. I would be like, okay, like, my bad for not listening, but 9 times out of 10 I was sleepy and I just could not process what somebody was saying to me. But yeah, I mean, if you have any questions, comment, let me know. Sorry this video is so long, but yes, this is what I went through in Meps, North Carolina, at the Raleigh station. And if I didn't cover everything, I'm sorry. It was a long day, y'all. But yeah, good luck, everybody. Y'all have a good day, night, whatever time it is there. Thanks for watching.